Mr. Harris here, and welcome to a new video. In this video, we're going to wrap up this topic, chapter 30.4. So here, what are the properties and uses of metals? So most metals, they are known to be strong, ductile, malleable, and good thermal electrical conductors. So, ductile and malleable, do you still remember what they mean? So in the first part of this chapter, you learned about metals and nonmetals, their common properties. So just to remind you, ductile, it means they could be made into wires. So this is mainly into wires. And malleable, remember I would say it's pressed into sheets. So this is where the area is larger, pressed into sheets. And ductile mainly is for wires. Okay? And these are some of the common physical properties. So not all of the metals are known to be malleable, ductile, strong, and it varies among different metals. So because of these variation in their properties, each of these metals, we would be using them for various occasions or various applications. So it's not like in the previous video we learned that aluminium here, you can see this is an aluminium sheet here. Aluminium is one of the most abundant metals. Now that doesn't mean that you can go ahead and keep extracting aluminium and using it for all different kinds of things. Because actually aluminium, even though it's quite useful, you've heard of it being used in your window frames or in like this aluminium foil, but we're not using it to make jewelry, we're not using it to conduct electricity, because actually each metal, it has their own level of electrical conductivity, whether it's more ductile, less ductile, they all have their own variations. So they will have their own specific uses. Let's say iron, for example, is very strong. That's why we use it to make bridges. Aluminium, on the other hand, is highly malleable. That's why here we use it to wrap food with aluminium foil. Aluminium, it also has a low density. That's why we make bicycle frames that are lightweight. Copper, it's a very good conductor of electricity. It is also ductile, so we use it to make wires. Gold, it has a shining appearance. It's highly malleable, ductile, and resistant to corrosion. That's why we make jewelry out of it. And obviously, we're not gonna use gold to make like buildings, unless you're super rich, of course. But just like in Hong Kong, you're not most likely gonna use gold to make a flat or like a building, a high-rise building using gold. So it's just gonna be super, super expensive. So metals, they have some common physical properties, but there are variations among them. And they'll be used specifically for certain occasions. So now let's wrap up this whole topic. The use of metals is related to their availability and ease of extraction. Is that true? Of course, yes, it's true. That's the whole point of metals. If they're easy to be extracted and they're readily available, then we're going to use it based on that. So gold, obviously, because it's quite rare also, we're not going to use it, just like as I said, we're not going to use it to make buildings, even though it has you can see it has quite good properties. But you're not going to use it because it's rare and that's why it's expensive. Option two, no, question two. All metals can be extracted from their oxides by heating the oxides with carbon. Now, this is the chemical method that we learned, and I told you, of course, now this is false. It's not all metals. To be more precise, it's those metals that are moderately reactive. Moderately reactive. And some examples are zinc, iron, lead, copper. So, question three. Carbon reduction is a chemical method to extract metals from their ores. Yep, carbon reduction is a chemical method. Yep, that's true. That's one of the chemical methods. The other one is electrolysis. Question four. Metals are good conductors of electricity. Yes, they are. Different metals have the same electrical conductivity. Of course not. Different metals, they have different electrical conductivities. So this is false. So I think that's the end for this. Yep. So I'll see you guys in the next video. That's it for this topic. See you. Bye.